Many businesses will be impacted by the upcoming U.S. tariffs. Tonight, a survey from the Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce shows 72% of companies say the 25% markup will hurt their bottom line. This as President Donald Trump says tariffs on all Canadian goods are on track for March 4th. Standing by live in studio with the details is CTV's Jeff Keele. So, Jeff, how will this impact consumers and workers?
It could lead to higher prices. Some even say layoffs. So there is a push to make relief programs available and start trading more between provinces. At Farmery, the beer is brewed in Manitoba, but the company has to rely on a U.S. company to manufacture their aluminum cans. And a lot of the raw aluminum comes from Canada. It's a cross-border conundrum that makes it impossible to avoid tariffs.
Tariffs are going to raise prices for costs of goods, bringing in supplies from the States. 25%
tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel are set for March 12th. On Monday, U.S. President Donald Trump said 25% tariffs on all Canadian imports with a lower 10% levy on energy is on track for March 4th.
The most damaging part of the tariffs has been the uncertainty around the tariffs.
The Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce says some businesses are already preparing for the worst, looking to source products outside the U.S. and potentially pausing expansions. 62% of businesses surveyed say they're already feeling an impact from the tariff threat. And if they do go ahead, 72% say tariffs will lead to increased costs and less revenue.
There will come a point where companies, if they're facing those financial crunches, will have to make decisions on their workforce. It is why it's in everyone's best interest we get a quick resolution to this.
To avoid layoffs, there could be offsets. Desjardins Economics says together, Canadian provinces have $100 billion available for relief programs.
Businesses are understandably anxious.
The Manitoba Chambers of Commerce says governments could look at paying a portion of employee wages to prevent job losses.
This could be an option that might mitigate some of the pain in the short term.
And the tariff threats have renewed calls to eliminate interprovincial trade barriers.
We've heard from small business owners in Manitoba who say it's in many cases easier to ship goods internationally than it is, across the border to Saskatchewan or to Ontario.
I'm pretty sure that our estate beer would be welcomed in an LCBO. Why doesn't that happen? We'd love to have to change.
The Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce says businesses are pushing for more advocacy with U.S. leaders as well, faster trade resolution dispute mechanisms, and targeted tax relief for industries.
So, Jeff, how many businesses anticipate layoffs if those tariffs are put in place?
Yeah, according to that Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce survey, 22% expect layoffs or hiring freezes. But despite this, the survey shows 43% of businesses have not taken action yet, waiting to see what happens with the tariffs, and that's all of this uncertainty.